There are a few financial / political reporters out there who do a bang up job, who are rock stars in their respective fields. And Roger Sollenberger is one of them. I don't know if he's specifically a financial reporter, but he certainly covers a lot of the campaign finance irregularities and the schemes and the scams and the grifts and the three-card monte of money that Donald Trump is so well known for performing. And the reason that I point this out is because it takes a heavyweight, a smart person, to be able to convey these complex, sometimes very dry, very boring concepts to a large audience to get them impassioned enough to care about what is taking place. He's not an activist, he's just a journalist, but this story is huge. This story sits out on the horizon, beckoning us to pay attention, because it is something that could bring a great peril to Donald Trump, up to and including another indictment. This could be another criminal charge to the tune of about $8 million of shuffling money, paying for his legal fees through weird shell organizations that are all very, it's all, none of it's transparent. Very opaque at the very least. Here's the headline from Roger Sollenberger with the Daily Beast. Trump's new legal bills are hiding an $8 million mystery. Trump is using a GOP compliance firm as a go-between to pay lawyers, allowing him to hide who he's actually paying. Experts have real questions whether he can do that. So listen, maybe I gave the little preamble there as a warning to don't click away from this. I'll link this below. If you don't want to hear me yammer on about it, that's fine. I get it. I have to live with this voice. I know. But at the very least, go to the bottom of the description, click this article, and read this article. I'm not going to read all of it, not nearly all of it. I'm just going to give you a flavor for what's going on. This is important. You want your eye on this story. Donald Trump's legal payroll is easily the largest and most diverse of any political figure in modern U.S. history. But while most of the attorneys that Trump's various fundraising committees have paid over the years are a matter of public record, one of the top recipients still poses a mystery, with more than $8 million in legal costs going to an unknown firm or firms through what appears to be a corporate intermediary. In American politics, we should expect for ourselves transparency. We should expect to know who's involved in the system, who's funding politicians, to whom are politicians sending their money. We are owed that as an electorate because it goes to who's influencing whom. Legal experts told the Daily Beast that the arrangement masks the true recipient of a significant amount of Trump's legal bills, depriving the public of that information while possibly running afoul of federal law. And, the experts said, potentially violates the ban on corporate contributions. For the last 15 months, 5 of Trump's political committees, including his 2024 campaign, have paid about $8 million in combined legal costs to a curious recipient, Red Curve Solutions, the firm that handles their political accounting. That total makes Red Curve a prominent Republican compliance firm, the largest single recipient of Trump's legal payouts since he left office, receiving more money than diehard defenders like Alina Habba, Stefan Passantino, John Lauro, and Jesse Banal. The Red Curve payments, however, are not described as being for legal services that the firm provides directly. In fact, Red Curve's website does not advertise legal services, and Federal Election Commission filings show that only one other federal committee has ever paid the company for legal work, and that was more than a decade ago. Instead, the payments are described in FEC filings as quote-unquote reimbursements for legal expenses and fees. The filing suggests that Red Curve is at least, in part, functioning as a financial hub for a legal expense cost-sharing agreement between 2 various Trump committees. The payment descriptions suggest since December 2022, when the arrangement seemed to begin, Red Curve has begun fronting legal costs out of its corporate account, with Trump's committees repaying the company later. Why would they need to do that? Why would Red Curve be fronting the money and then the Trump campaign repaying them later? I mean, we know they're short on cash, but this smacks of something different. According to campaign finance experts, this setup appears to flout federal rules requiring the disclosure of vendors, with Red Curve's advance payments also raising the prospect of a corporate in-kind contributions. Brendan Fisher, a campaign finance specialist and deputy executive director of Documented, said the reimbursement arrangements deprive the public of critical information and appears to violate federal law. Quote, "This appears illegal for two reasons." Now, I'm going to read the reason one and the reason two, and then we're going to get back to talking about this. But this appears illegal for two reasons, Fisher told the Daily Beast, citing potential violations of disclosure requirements and the corporate contribution ban. Quote, "When a campaign makes a reimbursement, it must report the payment to the person being reimbursed and also itemize the underlying vendor," Fisher said, pointing to FEC rules on candidate disclosures. The Red Curve reimbursement don't provide that itemization, and it's unclear which lawyers, which people, which human beings is ultimately paying through the scheme. The second, Fisher continued, is that these transactions may have resulted in Red Curve making illegal corporate contribution to Trump's committees. He explained that the FEC treats advances on payments as in-kind contributions, which are subject to contribution limits and other restrictions, depending on the type of committee. None of the Trump committees can accept donations from corporate entities. Quote, "Red Curve is a corporation, so cannot lawfully make an advance to Trump's hard money committees, even if later reimbursed," Fisher said. Campaign finance violations are akin to IRS violations. They get prosecuted. Now, we do have a relatively impotent FEC at this point because of Republican obstructionists. But this is a big deal. Now, more details of this are going to come. Roger Sollenberger and other reporters are invariably going to be knocking on doors and making phone calls and sending text messages to find out what's going on here. They're going to be diving deep. They're going to find sources, and they're going to get to the bottom of this. And we're going to continue to follow it because this could be with Donald Trump facing another 2 indictments now, 1 in Arizona, 1 in Michigan. That would be 6 indictments. This could be a 7th indictment. 7's lucky, right? What a lucky number for Donald Trump. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. Please read the rest of this detailed reporting. It is fantastic, and it portends bad things for a bad guy. What do you think? Call me. Let me know. 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I would appreciate you joining this conversation. We can also just do it in the comments. That would be great. Comment in the comments. We're not doing it in the comments. If you want to help support this work, I would appreciate it very much. Click the join button below this video. For $2 a month, you can help support this work as I organize my papers. That would be great. Join in the channel membership family. You can also go over to Patreon. We've got a whole separate family over there of patrons. Patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. All those are great ways to help support this work. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore. I'll see you next time. Big stuff. Be genuine. Take care of one another.